Today on Which Way Nigeria, we're looking at Nigeria's trust deficiency. Trust is the bedrock of any effective government, serving as a bridge between the citizens and their elected representatives. In recent times, however, Nigeria has grappled with a trust deficiency that has implications for the nation's governance and socio-political landscape. Now, one of the contributing factors to this trust deficit is the persistence of corruption within various levels of the Nigerian government. Despite efforts to combat corruption, instances of financial mismanagement, bribery, and embezzlement have eroded public confidence. Citizens often perceive a lack of accountability and the perception that the corrupt act with impunity undermines trust in the government's ability to serve the people fairly. Inconsistencies in policy implementation and enforcement have further exacerbated the trust deficits. Citizens may witness promises made during electoral campaigns left unfulfilled or policies enacted without the necessary follow-through. For example, they would say that this current administration did promise renewed hope, but ever since it stepped into government, the hope hasn't felt quite renewed. This inconsistency breeds skepticism and erodes the belief that the government is genuinely committed to addressing the needs and the concerns of its populace. The Nigerian government has also faced challenges in effective communication, contributing to a disconnect between the leadership and the citizens. Several times on the show here, we've talked about how in a number of high-profile cases, we would expect that we'll see minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day updates, and not just leaving people to their imaginations to decide or decipher what may have gone on behind the scenes. Transparent communication is essential for building trust, but when information is not readily shared or is perceived as manipulative, it fosters a sense of alienation. This communication gap diminishes the government's credibility in the eyes of the public. In addition, security concerns, as we've been seeing very much lately in the FCT and here in Lagos as well, and social unrest in various parts of the country have amplified the trust deficiency. The inability to effectively address security challenges such as insurgencies, community conflicts, erodes citizens' confidence in the government's ability to provide a secure and stable environment. Addressing the trust deficiency in the Nigerian government requires a comprehensive approach. Strengthening anti-corruption measures, ensuring consistent policy implementation, and fostering transparent communication are pivotal steps. Additionally, proactive efforts to address security concerns and engaging with communities can help rebuild the fractured trust between the government and its citizens. It's essential for the government to prioritize accountability, actively involve citizens in decision-making processes, and demonstrate a commitment to the well-being of the nation. Rebuilding trust is a gradual process that demands both transparency and tangible actions, ultimately paving the way for a more resilient and trustworthy governance system in Nigeria. Now, the truth is, if all of this is done, I do not know, I cannot guarantee just how long it will take for us to confidently say that the Nigerian citizens do trust the Nigerian government. But it's a step that begins with the small actions, small implementations, clarity, and not taking actions shrouded in secrecy or actions that seem to show that the government and those at the leadership helm of affairs are more interested in their powers, are more interested in showing and flexing their muscles rather than protecting the interest of the individuals. It begins with our leaders. It begins with us. Thank you very much for joining us today on Which Way Nigeria.